Hello everyone, and welcome to my young and restless official. I hope everyone is having a wonderful day. Before we begin, please hit the subscribe button and give this video a thumbs up. Nick praises Victoria for filling in for him at work, and they discuss consolidation at Crimson Lights. She simply feels happy that Sharon and Phyllis are safe. He clarifies that he does not intend to return right away. He wants to travel to Europe with Sharon and the children. According to his sister, he needs some time away from Sharon's drama. According to him, Sharon didn't request that 3 insane people torture her. That wasn't what Victoria was saying. She advises him to enjoy himself with Sharon at Stonehenge. She is obviously irritated that he put his life in danger for Sharon and Phyllis once more. Instead of being there to save his ex-partners, she hopes he would simply be boring. As stated in our privacy notice, we utilize your personal information for interest-based advertising. Although she doesn't end up strapped to a railroad track every other week, Victoria also depends on him. He understands it was difficult for her when their father was shot. While Nick has also been through a lot, his sister believes that everyone has been concerned about Daniel, Phyllis, and Sharon. He is confident that the journey will be restorative. She questions whether this indicates that he and Sharon are reconciling. He insists that this isn't true. According to his sister, he and Sharon are meant to be together. He gives a headshake. Nick maintains that their relationship is not characterized by love and flowers. He has no intention of reuniting with either of his ex-partners, this is merely a trip. His sister was concerned that he was becoming lonely. He maintains that he isn't. They make fun of him for being a hero, and she forces him to swear he won't see Phyllis again. She pledges to watch over their father while he is away. At society, Sharon and Phyllis meet and discuss how strange it is to not be assaulting one another. Instead, they can despise Martin and pray he rots in prison. Sharon tells her that she's larger than life and that she's not making her smaller. They express concern for Traci, and Sharon responds that she will prioritize taking care of herself. She and Nick have resumed their family vacation. Phyllis is forced to be pleased about it. Traci joins and provides an explanation. Chance says there is a strong case against Martin. To that, they raise a toast. For introducing the man into their life, Traci says she's sorry. They tell her she isn't accountable. Phyllis tells Traci she has some questions, but she insists she isn't accusing her of anything. When did she realize Alan was Martin, she asks. Traci is unsure of the significance of that. Why does it sound like you're looking for someone to blame? Sharon asks Phyllis. Phyllis disputes this with Sharon and maintains that it is not the case. Traci tells them she wishes she had figured this out sooner, but she didn't see any potential clue. According to Sharon, they deceive others and he was a psychopath. Traci claims that she was completely unaware of the imaginary world he had constructed. She must learn to accept falling in love with a false person. Phyllis is still struggling to understand why she and Sharon were singled out. Perhaps he merely wished to ease their hostility? That appears to be the case, according to Sharon. Martin was determined to outdo Alan as a therapist. Phyllis acknowledges that her ability to place a face to the voice hasn't aided in her recovery. Sharon asks Traci whether she has somebody to talk to and encourages her to concentrate on her recovery. Traci has contacted her longtime friend Amy, and they are getting together this evening. She believed she would always have Alan to rely on because she had chosen him so thoroughly. The abbot questions how she was able to overlook the fact that the man she fell for was a monster. They reiterate that none of this is her fault and advise her not to go there. Traci laughs as they continue to discuss his personality issues. She should remember to love herself and not shut herself off from love, Sharon advises. Traci is reassured by Phyllis that she is not to blame for anything. They shouldn't be giving him so much authority, she says. The 3 of them join forces because Traci is determined to move on. They express gratitude to one another for preventing each other from dumping on Traci after she departs. They acknowledge that they are both struggling to make sense of it all. Phyllis jokes that she should accompany Sharon on her trip. She tells Sharon that she can talk to Billy and her children. They embrace awkwardly and exhort one another to stay safe. Phyllis phones her son after Sharon left to let him know she's okay but has to leave for work. She texts Billy right away to let him know she's prepared to return. They talk about Traci's devastation. He believes that in order to assist her, they will all need to work together. To the extent that the family permits, Diane will assist. They discuss how she was not informed. She believes it put her in danger, but he did it to protect her. Jack claims that this was just like the illusion they put on for everyone as they dispute about it. If she had to confront Alan, he didn't think she could remain silent. She shouldn't have taken that chance, in his opinion. That didn't make her feel any safer, in her opinion. He targeted people for no apparent cause or rhyme. Only because Traci demanded it did Jack allow her to face him. He wants his wife to call him out if he made a mistake. According to Diane, they are now doing well. He can tell that she still doesn't feel like the family has accepted her. She continues to feel as though she is gazing in from the outside. She doesn't hold the family accountable for their lack of faith in her. He regrets that any progress she made with the family was squandered by their ruse. She is certain they despise her. Traci makes a concerted effort not to, but she doesn't have high hopes. Diane advises him not to discuss any of this with his relatives. He should be concentrating on his sister at the moment, and she is not an innocent victim. She requests that he forget she ever mentioned any of this. Jack affirms that his wife's feelings are genuine and true, and he is happy that she told him about them. She believes that the improvements she has made to the house will be a first step in gaining his siblings' trust. Her spouse assures her that she is a member of his family as well and that he never wants her to feel alienated. When Traci meets with them, Diane apologizes to her. One day, Traci says, she could accept her offer of assistance. She tells them about her encounter with Phyllis and Sharon. They are at least getting along. Traci declares her departure from Genoa City. She is heading to New York with Ashley, despite her brother's opinion that she should be with her family right now. The time has come for her to immerse herself in creating a novel. She will return sooner rather than later. Jack, who is choking, assures his sister that Diane and he will always be there for her. She's never questioned it. They give each other hugs. Recently, we have observed a pattern. Young and Restless introduces a maniac or two when it needs something to happen other than Victor hatching this or that revenge plan or folks talking so much about themselves that we feel like we should be on the payroll. Think about, The Reign of Terror by Ian Ward and Crazy Aunt Jordan was immediately followed by Martin's. Sharon had hardly recovered from one kidnapping before she was kidnapped again since the plots were so consecutive. What can we infer from this? It's likely that we'll see another screw-loose villain shortly. Given the role's casting, we have a sneaking suspicion that Ian Ward will return before the end of May. Josh Griffith, the head writer, however, appears to enjoy creating villains with connections to the canvas that we were unaware of. For example, Eve Howard never mentioned Jordan, the twisted sister. And Martin is Alan Lauren's wicked twin. Ashley was so close to Alan Lauren that she never spoke his name once in all the years she knew him. In light of this, who could be the next person to leave the big bad manufacturing line? A couple of our guesses are not very knowledgeable. Melissa Ward. Ian is going to need a new sidekick, someone he can truly trust, because Jordan is dying. Why not his adopted daughter, whom we were unaware of? He may have decided to let her go after instilling in her a hatred for everyone that he does. Who did we cast? Victoria Grace, whose abilities as Wendy on Days of Our Lives were unmerited. Kimball Howard. Did you know that David Kimball, who was insane, had a brother? Whatever. Like it did with Ashley's friend and Eve's sister, Young and Restless can just make him up. Trying to get revenge on Christine and Danny for their role in David's death would be Howard's first priority if he moved to Genoa City. Who did we cast? Michael Park, the Emmy winner for As the World Turns. Kirsten, Helen. It's possible that Cameron Kirsten died just as fixated on Sharon as he had ever been. However, the wife he married while incarcerated might have been another threat to his lifelong victim. Helen may accuse Sharon of being responsible for Cameron's death and target both his business and the current CEO. Who did we cast? Alan, Krista. Scott, Jason. Do you recall Victor torturing and imprisoning photojournalist Michael Scott for having an affair with his ex-wife Julia? If he had a son, Jason, he may have watched as his father was plagued by the memories of Victor's treatment of him. In fact, Jason may have held off on taking revenge on Victor until after his father was buried. Who did we cast? Kobe Ryan McLaughlin, General Hospital, former Shiloh.